Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Nikolai. Today I'm here with Valduren, the Guildmaster of Pride of the Alliance. How are
Hey
you,
guys,
man?
doing good. Thanks for asking. Appreciate the opportunity to get interviewed.
Yeah, anytime, man. A lot of people have asked for this. So I'm super happy that you were able to make some time for me. Seriously, big thanks to you. We're here at what would you call it, your home city of Stormwind?
Yep, this is home.
Yeah, we got a very, very, very nice view of it. So I always like to start by asking, how exactly did you come up with that name? I think it's a very cool name. It's RP compliant here on Emerald Dream. What's the story behind it?
Definitely. So as you just said, Emerald Dream's all about guild names and being RP compliant and just having a story behind your guild and what it represents. So I love the Alliance. I love the lore. It's been my biggest focal point of the history of Warcraft. So I wanted to be a guild name that just represented, you know, what the Alliance stands for, and we wanted to be the pride, kind of like in the sense of a marching band, like the pride of whatever city or town you're in for high school football, for example. Just in that sense of we wanted to be the pride and be the forefront on the front lines of what the Alliance stands for.
That is awesome. We got your guild banner right here. Super sick, man. I love everything about it. I know I'm on Horde, but really, everything is super cool. And your transmog, especially, this is like, man, this is just classic, nostalgic WoW transmog right here. Was it a pain in the butt to get back in the day?
Yeah, definitely. So, I'm kind of known for wearing this transmog. Swifty wears it all the time. I used to wear it, but I wear it really because of what it represents and what it meant to have back in vanilla. So, back then you had to get just grind on her, get those HKs, and be on every day, nonstop killing Horde to earn this. And it meant a lot more back then than it does now. Now you just have to get 1800 rating in RPGs and you can buy it and transmog it. But, I wear it for what it represents and what it stood for back in the day, and just the symbolism behind the alliance and the eagles on it and the lions. So
Yeah, it is super cool. Yeah, I do see that eagle over on the other shoulder. So for somebody who is watching, who is like, "Oh my god, I got to get this." This gear is you're still able to get this in game. Is that right?
yeah, you have. Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, in my mind, you have always been an alliance player. I saw your Twitter account a few years ago, and I reached out, and you guys also have a really, really, really cool website. I'll have the link to that in the description. But for anybody on Horde watching, is there any possible chance of you coming over to Horde side?
Nah, I mean, this is home. Like I've dabbled on Horde a little bit, but this is home. I've been alliance for probably total since 11 years, but I love the alliance story too much.
And that brings up another question. How long have you been playing World of Warcraft for? Is this something you started, a couple expansions ago, or were you here from the very beginning?
I've had the same account since November 29th, 2004. World of Warcraft released November 24th of 2004. My dad played, so thankfully I, grew up with a dad that played video games. We played Diablo together all the time and jumped into WoW as soon as it started. And so thankfully that's why I'm here. So
That's sick. I wish I had some family that played video games. That's super cool. You mentioned Diablo. Is there any other Blizzard games that that you enjoy playing other than WoW?
Uh, I love Overwatch. Love the game a lot. Anything, just the whole story behind it, the concept. It's a good game for me to get off WoW and just go mindlessly go shoot some people. I love StarCraft One. I'm a huge StarCraft One original fan. I'm not a big fan of remakes, so like I like Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction way more than say the Diablo 3 series and expansions. Just big on classic Blizzard games.
Okay, I gotta ask. I've done a few StarCraft videos. I am a diehard Terran fan, and then I would say probably Zerg. What is your
Uh-huh.
StarCraft 2 race that you would play?
Oh, Terran, hands down.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, super cool.
Battle cruisers.
We were talking a little bit, about your website, and you've got such a great guild. And what's cool about your guild is that you had mentioned you actually, well, one of your guild members met the voice actor for Anduin. Is that right?
Yeah, so the story behind that is a guildie went to SuperCon. I think it was in North Carolina, and Anduin, the voice actor, was there, and he got a photo with him, and he had him sign his character name and thanking him for being part of the alliance and all that good stuff. And the next day he went back and got a guild autograph, and he wrote some kind words on the poster, and he sent us a picture. So that was pretty exciting for me, being a huge alliance nerd. So
That's great. He must have been up all night, and he was probably just sitting there like, "Oh man, I got to go back tomorrow. Like I got to get one for the guild." So that's
yeah.
really cool that they did that. Would you say Anduin's like your favorite alliance kind of character, or do you have another one, or is there a Horde favorite character maybe?
I think I think I'm gonna be on like the less popular side of saying this, but Anduin is my favorite alliance character, especially right now. A lot of people look down on him as saying he's kind of like a pansy. He's kind of just shy, and he's not. He's all about peace and stuff. But I think he's overlooked a lot. He grew up under Varian, and that's a big shoe to fill when he's gone. And
Absolutely.
no one will be able to compare to him in that sense of what Varian stood for and what he was. But Anduin took the whole Alliance army to the front gates of the War Chief city, and forced her out of there. And I don't, there hasn't been an Alliance leader to do that in a very long time, or even if at all. So it's pretty gutsy.
Yeah, at 19, I definitely wasn't doing that. So
Right? Yeah.
got to
Young
give it
guy.
up to him. Got to give it up. And you also just tagged me in something on Twitter today. Boogie2988. He actually gave your guild a shout out, and one of your guild members may actually know him in real life. Is that true?
Yeah, so I hopped on. It was like Friday night, and someone's like, "Dude, Valduren, someone's doing Mythic with Boogie298." I was like, "What?" I've been following Boogie298 forever. He's a huge fan. I just really like the guy a lot and what he does in his streams and everything. So it cracks me up. But yeah, and I got on Twitch. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, he is!" And I whispered to the guild. I was like, "You're doing a dungeon with like my favorite YouTuber here almost." And he gave us a shout out on Twitch. Yeah, he got my name wrong, but he got the guild name in there. That's what's important. So
The thought that counts. Yeah, that was cool. I'm absolutely going to have that link in the description below if you want to check it out. So we're here on the beautiful server of Emerald Dream. I want to know, did you start on Emerald Dream? I know a lot of people did not. They've come here, all sorts of different ways, but what is your story specifically, and do you plan on staying?
yeah, sure. So no, I didn't start Animal Dream in 2004 by any means. I will just start at the point of where I came from before Animal Dream. So I was on Cho'Gall, was Alliance, and there was all these little small guilds. It was like 95% Horde, 5% Alliance on RealmPop.com, and this was before any sharding or server merges was a thing in MOP. And we all kind of united, and we all left our guilds and made one guild, called it the Alliance, because if you were Alliance on Cho'Gall, you were in our guild. So but yeah, and then there was actually someone in our guild that had played on Emerald Dream and had mentioned it before, and he was always talking about World PvP and things like that. And mob kind of slowed down, and I kind of got on less, and then I came back, and the guild was gone, and everyone kind of moved on, and I was like, well, I'm gonna try Emerald Dream. So I packed my bags, came over here by myself. So I don't, plan on leaving by any means. And the server is just kind of very unique. If I was on Emerald Dream, I wouldn't be playing the game, hands down. This place is just a whole different game in itself. I feel like as a community, we've created our own game of World PvP that is not on any other level compared to any other server. So, every GM on this server, whether we have issues or whatever World PvP drama or whatever the case may be, just shout out to all the GMs, because as a GM and other GMs know, it's not easy running a large guild and a World PvP guild. So shout out to every GM on ED, like for bringing, ED to what it is and what it continues to be.
For real. Some people have actually related Emerald Dream to Game of Thrones. And I thought that was so accurate. There's just so many things going on, so many people pulling strings here and guild leaders and stuff like that. Now, anybody can just be a regular member. I'm a regular member. That's just me. But you are a guild master. Have you found that to be like the most enjoyable experience playing WoW? Like, would you be able to play WoW as not a guild master, or do you truly like it now with war mode and kind of like bounties and stuff? Do you think maybe that puts a little bit more attention on you when you're out in the world, leveling up and stuff like that?
I definitely have fun being a guild master, and I can't see myself doing anything different. I've always, I've tried it before, just try to be a regular member of a guild, and you end up just kind of getting that itch back to, be a GM and build your own thing and your own idea of what a guild should be. So, with the new expansion, and I'm really enjoying it. I think the story's spot on with everything. I really like it. I'm iffy on the war mode and the sharding and stuff like that. I get it as a company of Blizzard. Launch day happens and there's 30,000 people in the same quest hub, and you I get why they do that, but I'm all about the classic and the way WoW used to be with no sharding and everything like that. But I'm having a lot of fun.
So you brought up classic.
Yeah.
We know for sure it's coming. We don't really know when, but do you think you'll play? And if so, what class? Or would you even have like a Pride of the Alliance guild in classic WoW? Can you kind of give us some thoughts on that?
I'm thinking very heavily into classic and what it's going to be. I think that I'm super excited about it. Like I said, I'm all about vanilla. I'm all about what Warcraft used to be. So I've been watching it really closely. If it's if there's no more phasing and sharding and things are a little bit more lively in the world like it used to be, if they're able to do that somehow, maybe not this lag we keep experiencing and the server disconnects when 80 Horde and 80 Alliance clash in a city, for example, because vanilla used to be able to handle that stuff all day, no problem. So we'll see. I'm definitely gonna try it out and see how it is. And if let's see, what class would I play? I'd probably actually go warrior for classic. So
Hey, I can respect it. I'm a warrior, so ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
If I was somebody watching this interview at home and maybe I didn't have a guild or I'm new to the server, what is your guild's goal? Is it world PvP? Is it PvE? Is it just to have fun? And how exactly would I go about, joining your guild? Should I contact you directly, or is there an officer who recruits specifically?
Sure. So, Pride of the Alliance is obviously a very large guild. And we like to have a lot of people and have a constant activity going on in guild chat and Discord and people doing mythics together, BGs. So the idea of our guild is to, for people to get on WoW, have fun, play the game, get away from real life in a good environment that's not toxic or just people being jerks. So just something, a place for people to play the game, meet people, make new friends, and kill Horde, have fun. World PvP is what we are. So that's the idea behind it. And as far as joining, I mean, we have lots of different officers you can contact. You can contact me on Twitter, whatever the case may be. You can whisper me in game and, get you in. So,
Right on. Well, look, I want to have all your contact information in the description. I'll have your Twitter and I'll have your name on Emerald Dream. So if anybody is interested, absolutely hit him up. Extremely cool guy. I'm super happy we got to do this. Everybody's been wanting to do this for a long time, so I'm happy it's finally done and everybody can check it out. Before we go, is there any guilds that you'd want to give a shout out to, or any members of your guild that have been with you for a long time, or anything like that?
I mean, I definitely want to give a shout out to my top officers, Cottrell and Malgren, also known as Bringing Pain and Windsprite. They've been here for a very long time, and they're my three captains. So I really appreciate everything they do, and I also do, like I said, I want to give a shout out just to all the GMs Emerald Dream. We know it's not the easiest thing to do. We could be playing the game for a much less stressful environment, but I think we really make Emerald Dream what it is, and we need to carry that torch on. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to be interviewed. I think it's really cool that you're doing this with everyone. So appreciate it.
Thank you very much, man. And again, thank you so much for your time, and for everybody watching at home, I'll see you next time.